Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to perform a review on a transducer, a custom pole for a PanOptix transducer mount. So this particular version of it that we have today was influenced by Greg Finn. He put out a video a while back for a transducer mount for a pontoon boat. So just kind of took that idea and customized it to fit my pontoon boat that you see here. So let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start by, let's go ahead and get you a look at, a good look at this from the top to the bottom. And hopefully you'll be able to get a good feel for how we put this together. So this particular design, like I previously stated, uses a jack. A trailer jack. Now this particular trailer jack, I picked it up from Walmart for about $30 to $32, and then had to take the insides of it out. So let me put this back up and then I'll go through the different aspects of it. Okay, now the first thing you have to do with this particular design is, once you get the trailer jack, I cut off 1 or 2 inches on either side of the trailer jack because I wanted it to be a little bit shorter, and because I'm always conscious of the weight. So I try to either use aluminum whenever I can or reduce the number of parts to reduce the weight. So now with that being said, there's some videos out on YouTube that will show you how to take out the internal parts of the trailer jack. So once you go inside, tap out some pins, you're going to remove the internal parts and then cut off one end of it, cut off the other end to shorten it. One end is going to have an indentation in it that had a washer that couldn't go down past it, so you definitely want to cut that off. Other than that, the other parts involved is there's a 1 1/4 inch PVC coupler. There's one here and there's one there, and I post a picture of that. But what we did was we actually took the smooth piping portion of this and we cut it off, and what that left is the threaded portion. We then tapped the threaded portion of that coupler with a hammer up into the hollow part of the trailer jack, and we tapped it up there on both ends. Now what's going to help you tap it up in there a whole lot easier is going to be if you heat up the threads on that. If you warm them up just a little bit with a cigarette lighter or some type of butane torch, you'll be able to tap it up in there a whole lot easier than if you don't do that. So once again, a close up here, you're just going to tap this up in there. The next part is this PVC 1 1/4 inch coupler. I'll post a picture of that also, but I bought one coupler and I actually cut it in half. Here's one half of it and there's the other half of it here, and that's going to keep your PVC, your 1 1/4 inch PVC pole from sliding up or sliding down, because it has these screws on it here that you just simply tighten these screws up, and here tighten these screws up, and it's going to keep this pole from sliding up and down. You want these to be very tight up in there because these parts don't move. What you'll see, the part that moves is the actual pole itself and the coupler. Now when you're cutting the coupler, I bought one, like I said, I cut it in half. There's a ridge that was in the middle of it, and you don't want to cut straight down the middle of that ridge, because if you do, you're going to run into a problem trying to run your pipe up through there. So cut 1 millimeter or 2 millimeter to the left and then to the right of the center line, and you'll be just fine. So that's pretty much it. Now as far as the transducer itself, I have it going up through the conduit pipe. Now on each end here, let's see if I can show you this little rubber. This is nothing more than like a table leg or table chair rubber stopper. I can't give you that part number because I just had some laying around in the garage. And what I did was I drilled out the end of it, maybe a 1/2 inch or so the cable could go up through there, and I split it. See the little split right here, and I split it so I could get it around the cable and then tap it up in there real nice and snug up into the end of the conduit. Now I also drilled a hole all the way through the pipe for this, and I put about a 7 or 8 inch bolt through there, and I went ahead and had some aluminum tubing left over and put it around the pipe to give it a nice smooth finish there. Please make a note, I ran this all the way through that pipe. Never ever try to drill through this pipe with the transducer cable installed. This particular transducer kit, the PanOptix system, is about $1,500. Last thing you want to do is drill through there trying to put this bolt in and ruin your ruin your $1,500. So please make a note, don't drill anything after you install this cable in there. On this end, I put here on the side of my pontoon boat just a little bracket I could pop it in and out, just to kind of give it a little bit additional support so it doesn't bounce around. Another thing I noticed is that I was a little confused, even though the directions were totally clear on this. Depending on whether you're mounting this on the port or starboard side of your boat, this transducer will be pointed in a different direction, meaning if this was on the other side of the boat, this small end would be down here and the big end would be up there. So this thing obviously has the ability to look both ways. So, and it has the ability to tilt. See if I can show you that. This is how you go from your down, straight down, versus looking out in front of the boat with the LiveScope system. So this swivels, and as you can see, I wanted to protect this cable and put a lot of wrappings around it and tie downs, and the same thing on this end. I got a table leg stopper, and I split it right here, drilled a hole out there in the middle to run it all the way through there. So transducer cable comes out of here, runs the length all the way up through here, and comes out of the top, and then it goes over to the black box system that's a part of this installation. So I believe I have covered most of this. In another video, I actually did an open box for the for this particular Garmin EchoMap 93 SV system that I purchased. So I did an open box for that, and I have another video that I'm going to do when we actually put it in the water, show how everything operates, and hopefully put some fish in the boat. So if you have any questions, please post your comments or your remarks. Please subscribe and like. I'm going to be doing lots of videos on crappie fishing in North Florida, a lot of Lake Tarquin crappie fishing, and we're going to catch some nice ones. So you really don't want to miss it. Subscribe now. Again, thanks for watching this video.